I sincerely apologize. It appears I gave the interpreter the wrong date.
If this is how things start on day one, how are they supposed to trust us?
Dankeschön, Keiichi. Dr. Albin says he'd like to take a look at the medical equipment right away.
You've got to be kidding me! How does this even happen?
Huh? Something going on over there? My name is Keiichi Sato. I've been working as a janitor at Day's Hospital, but I sincerely apologize, Miss Inamori. It appears I gave the interpreter the wrong date.
The German medical team came all this way, specifically to inspect our latest equipment. If this is how things start on day one, our credibility is already taking a hit.
Then again, this is exactly why we should be developing this entirely in-house. A joint development means handing over information to the other side. As a board member, I have to say,
we've been over this countless times. Don't tell me you'd go so far as to actually sabotage this deal.
Excuse me? If you're in a bind, I could interpret. I speak German.
What?
30 minutes later, after signing an NDA, I was officially appointed as an emergency interpreter. Dankeschön, Keiichi. Dr. Albin says he'd like to take a look at the medical equipment right away.
Of course! Right this way.
To think we had someone like this on the cleaning staff. I should have done my homework.
What a lifesaver! This is the AI diagnostic device developed jointly by Day's Hospital and Day's Medical Equipment, which Day's Hospital directly operates.
I see. He's asking how accurate the diagnostic precision actually is.
Of course! While the device still has limitations with rare diseases, it's received approval for diagnosing certain moderate severity conditions, with a sensitivity of 98.7% and a specificity of 99.2%. At the moment, we're in a phase of limited clinical validation under ethical review oversight.
Oh? He says that's remarkable. Their diagnostic devices don't come close to that level of accuracy. Well, it is accurate, I'll give it that. But it takes forever to produce a result. We're nowhere near the kind of speed where a price just pops up at the register. And patients have to stay completely still the whole time. It's quite a hassle. I see. He says theirs is even worse on that front. Apparently, it throws errors occasionally, and sometimes the condition names display as garbled text. So while it's accurate, he calls it a spiteful machine.
That's actually something we could help with. Our device's performance could serve as a benchmark to address those issues.
Dr. Albin is also asking about ease of use. Oh, that's another area where our veteran staff have complained. They say there are too many buttons and it's way too complicated. He says their devices on the German side support both manual input and voice commands, so they'd be happy to help with that.
That's great to hear. Just as we'd been told, it sounds like we can count on the German side for usability.
Sure. And what about day-to-day clinical operation? Oh, honestly, the staff have zero faith in the machine at this point.
Hold on, Toji. That's a bit of an overstatement.
Huh? He says it was obvious just from watching how you carry yourself. Apparently, at Dr. Albin's hospital too, there are plenty of doctors just like Shimada who strongly resist relying on machines. But the way they work through it is by keeping an ongoing dialogue, always operating under the premise that neither people nor machines are perfect. People make mistakes, and so do machines. But the key is how you minimize those mistakes and reduce risk. That's where both sides have room to grow, he says.
It seems like your true feelings were completely transparent to him, Shimada.
Oh. Well, it looks like that wraps up today's inspection. He says he's relieved to find that Day's Hospital's equipment is even more advanced than what was described in the meetings and the documentation. Starting tomorrow, he'd like to move into more concrete discussions about whether a joint development is feasible.
Thank goodness. So we're not completely off the table. Please tell him we look forward to continuing these discussions tomorrow.
Will do. Oh.
We made it through day one in one piece.
I still can't say I'm on board with this. Once you share technology, there's no telling how it'll be used. Better to keep it in-house than to risk it. Honestly, the vibe I got from those people, I don't find them trustworthy. Please make sure you're thinking clearly going forward.
Oh,
Sounds like you've got a lot on your plate.
no, really? Thank you so much for today. I don't even know where to begin. Starting tomorrow, you'll be back to your regular duties, of course, so...
Of course, it was genuinely a valuable experience for me too. That said, and this isn't really meant to be advice, but interpreting today gave me the sense that the German medical team doesn't have complete trust in Days Hospital either. Just like Shimada, they're not entirely sure whether it's wise to share their technology with a Japanese hospital. There's some hesitation there. So, starting tomorrow, I think it would help if you made the first move to open up. You need to show them this hospital is worth trusting. So when the interpreter takes over, please ask them to engage with the other side in a way that makes them feel genuinely welcome.
Oh.
Well, on that note...
Would you be willing to lend me your help a little while longer?
It's been 5 days since the German medical team arrived, and the negotiations are barely moving forward. If anything, the other side seems to be hardening their position. Don't you think this whole agreement, including bringing in an amateur as our interpreter, has been a mistake from the start?
I don't think that's it at all. Keiichi has been working incredibly hard. The issue with the substance of the negotiations, not...
Excuse me? Could you both come with me right now? The German team seems very upset.
What? What happened?
It seems their frustration with the attitude of our staff. Apparently, when they asked questions about equipment, staff answered them coldly. And when they tried to touch the device, someone got furious at them. Our PR director has been trying to smooth things over. But the German team is asking, if you don't trust us, why did you invite us here for an inspection in the first place?
Why would our staff act like that? Well, because there's a risk they might steal our technology, right? Huh?
Did that come from Shimada?
Yes.
I see. I was simply discussing risk, that's all.
Spreading vague information like that to the staff.
Mr. Shimada, if everyone's been on high alert to protect our technology, there's no need to worry on that front. The German side has actually presented a contract for information and intellectual property protection that goes far beyond what we proposed.
Wait, seriously?
Whether they actually honor it is another question entirely. And the penalties for breach of contract and the terms around litigation have been negotiated in Japan's favor. To go around sharing speculation in a situation like this, that's letting personal feelings get in the way. That's the only way I could see it. Is that not wrong, both professionally and as a person?
Keiichi?
What could you possibly know?
If that's the situation, I really can't keep treating them that way. I think all of us on staff just took Shimada's side and got the wrong idea.
At this point, the only option is to be upfront with the German medical team and explain the issues on our end over these past 5 days. Wait, if you do that, my position will be...
If you were worried about your position, why did you act that way to begin with? The fact that you're reacting like this tells me you already know you were in the wrong.
Well...
If we're not honest right now, it's going to destroy their trust in us entirely. Keiichi, please bring them to the meeting room right away.
Understood.
Excuse me, sir. Mr. Koira is asking to speak with you.
Right, of course.
Shimada, this isn't what we agreed on. Wasn't the whole point that once the new equipment was brought in, my condition could finally be treated?
That was the plan, but the discussions with the German medical team haven't been going well, and...
That's because you've been fighting it tooth and nail, from what I hear.
That's...
The new device is expected to be restricted to cases that have passed ethical review, but...
We had such a promising path forward, and now this. I'm going to have to start thinking about where else my supply orders are going. At this rate, my condition is going to get worse before any of this comes together. I'll be starting the transfer process to another hospital right away.
Please wait! The discussion should be wrapping up very soon.
I wouldn't count on it. Not after the mess Shimada made of things.
Mind your own business.
Excuse me? I told you, don't let your emotions get the better of you. Now step back and look at the bigger picture. Good grief! No wonder my daughter comes home complaining about you every single time she visits.
I'm so sorry. She complains about me every single time? I had no idea. After that, Noah and I managed to get through to the German medical team and narrowly avoided the deal falling through entirely. The following day, a meeting was held to make a final decision on whether Days Hospital would move forward with the joint development of the new medical equipment.
We were able to explain the situation to the German medical team, and they've agreed to take a day's break and return for another inspection. In today's meeting, I want us to make a decision that ensures the whole hospital can support the inspection wholeheartedly starting tomorrow. For the record, any clinical use of the device will be contingent on receiving formal approval from our hospital's ethics committee and clinical trial review board.
Mr. Shimada, has your position changed at all? Well, I do regret causing some trouble, but my fundamental stance hasn't changed.
I see. That said, the reality is that Days medical equipment alone has been struggling to keep up with technological advancement, and there are no domestic facilities with the technical capabilities to address that gap. If that's the case, our only option is to seek support from overseas.
And it's precisely because the technology is so complex that we can't afford to expose it. No matter how airtight a contract is, once it's broken, it's over. I see. So what if the German medical team feels exactly the same way? What do you mean? Actually, the staff at the German team's hospital were completely opposed at first too. And after countless rounds of debate and discussion, they finally got internal buy-in, only to be turned away by hospitals all around the world for the exact same reasons Shimada has been raising. I see? In a sense, Days Hospital is an irreplaceable partner to them, one they genuinely need, and they share the same vision as Miss Inamori. Isn't that right?
Yes. I want to make absolutely sure that every patient we can save gets saved. There may be patients we could be helping right now, while we're stuck standing still like this. I don't want to live with that regret.
And that's exactly why I don't want anything to happen where we lose access to this equipment, or it gets taken from us, or patients get to choose who receives treatment. I don't want us to make the wrong call because we rushed, or put our trust in the wrong people. I understand how you feel, Director Inamori, and it's because of that I'm glad. What? I'm glad I finally understand what you really feel. That's exactly what Dr. Albin wanted to hear. What do you mean? Wait, Dr. Albin? Actually, this entire conversation has been interpreted for Dr. Albin in real time, via a live relay to a separate room.
It was done with prior agreement. I'm sorry for doing that without telling you first.
Doing something like that, our credibility. Actually, Dr. Albin is very pleased. Hearing how both sides truly feel means they can now build a framework that protects both hospitals. He also said he wanted to have an honest, open conversation from the very beginning. Oh. The reason I learned German in the first place is because I went to Germany, one of the world's leading countries when it comes to sustainability, to study cleaning techniques. The people there welcomed me, even though I came from Japan, and they opened up to me when I was at my lowest. What matters is taking that first step to open your heart. And if it still doesn't work out after that, then at least you tried.
What do you say we sit down and have that honest conversation?
All right. After that, a long and thorough discussion took place. Both sides laid their true feelings on the table, and they made a mutual commitment to draft a contract that aligned both parties' goals.
I was shocked. I had no idea that Toji's father had been turned away by hospitals abroad over and over again, and that by the time he finally received care, the delay had left him with lasting complications.
That's why he has been so cautious. He doesn't want to see valuable technology exploited, or a situation where patients end up worse off because of it.
If only I'd taken the time to really listen earlier.
Exactly. And to be fair, you not opening up first was a part of the problem too.
You're right, I'm sorry. The truth is, I inherited this position from my father, and I'm still very much finding my footing. Would you be willing to keep supporting me as my secretary?
Okay, but I'm still attached to my cleaning work. Would it be alright if I stayed in charge of cleaning your office?
Yes, of course!
And so, the joint development moved forward steadily over time. They were even able to get the treatment ready in time for the VIP patient, Mr. Cora. Time passed and the new medical equipment was finally introduced. But...
Hey! I told you not to press that button! Are you seriously still doing this?
I didn't mean to. I'm just not used to it yet. It seemed that rebuilding the trust of the staff after Toji's underhanded behavior was going to take a little more time. Alright, I'd better get started on cleaning the director's office. Miss Inamori, if you wouldn't mind stepping out.
As meticulous as ever. In that case, maybe you could clean my place too sometime. Just kidding, obviously.
Well, I mean, if you're okay with it.
I'm kidding!
Oh, no, I mean, I actually wouldn't mind if you actually wanted to, I mean. Enjoy the video?
Then smash that like button and subscribe.